What meditation means for me is peace, is letting go, is trusting yourself, is allowing yourself to exist freely, and not worry about anything for a determined amount of time that is temporary. You'll get back to your human duties, but your soul is important. It is the prana, it is the chi, it's the life force that drives your will to do things, to get out of bed and fulfill everything that your heart desires. So meditate, 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 make time for it. There's no time. Time is man-made. You make it. You decide where to put it. So meditate.
What meditation is to me is stillness of the mind, being able to sit with your thoughts and detach from them, and also visualization. So when I meditate, I get visualizations of things that I could potentially do in my life that would align me with my true highest self. And when I align with those things I see in those visualizations, I proceed to do them in my physical life, and that aligns me with my highest self and my soul purpose.
Well, I like to go hike and just be by myself with nature and feel alone and just be away from civilization and the city, all the cars, the pollution, the corporations, and all of that. Just clear my mind and just be a place where I don't have anything to worry about. There's nothing there to go wrong. It's all just natural, and that's what meditation means to me.
To me, meditation is about organizing your mind. It's kind of like cleaning your room, but for your mind. And when you meditate, you can put your thoughts in an organized pattern and just kind of structure your life. The point of meditation, people often get frustrated and don't realize this, but the point is to get distracted. You're distracting yourself with your thoughts, and you want to get distracted, and then you come back to your breath, and that teaches you in life when you get distracted with outside stuff to come back to your main focus in life. So it's good to get distracted, but just know that you should come back to your breath.
5 minutes every morning and night. Well, when I bring myself to do it, stare at the wall and try and focus on nothing. I have a mantra. When I breathe in, I think 3 times to myself, clear mind, clear mind, clear mind. And when I exhale, I think no, nothing on one long exhale. And I think as long as you can get at least 5 minutes a day, it's going to drastically improve your life.
Meditation for me is the first thing that came to mind is pushing away, but I guess that's not really what I mean. Like being completely aware of myself without language and not allowing like the stimulus that is the world, whether that's like other people or like a certain object or a certain feeling, to like completely drive my focus and to be like hyper aware of myself, and that's through breath. I think that breath work really I don't know, I think that breath work kind of should come before meditation. I think meditation is a bit more difficult for people because it's like, how do I just turn off my mind? And then it's like you just have to focus on the breath. So I think if you initially can just focus on your breath, maybe not sitting in a certain position or with your eyes open, then you become more comfortable just focusing on your breath, and you're still kind of absorbing the outside world, but not maybe as much. But then once you have the breath mastered, then you can get into meditation. But I'm in the beginning stages of knowing like what meditation is. So yeah.
So the question is, what does meditation means to me, or what is meditation to me? Meditation to most people would be a process of sitting in peace and thinking, but for me, it goes a little deep in that you need the space and the surrounding for some people, but really it's an inward journey. And so for a lot of folks, they need to focus in, and so they need that quietness, and they feel like they have to sit without anything around them. For me, sometimes the meditation could be in the midst of all the madness, where even with everything going on, you can still reach within inside yourself. Go into delves inside with everything going on and reach even further than you would without all that noise. And when you realize that, that's meditation. And meditation, true, is just an inward journey of finding keys to doors and opening them within yourself. And the doors that you open are the situations that arise in your life currently. And a lot of that is soul work. And when people say soul work, inner work, light work, it sounds so cliche, but what it really means is that something resonates with you and it's constantly coming up to you consciously, even into a thought, where you're not letting it go. It's one of those things where it sneaks up in between your everyday pattern, your social conditioning, and that thought is growing. And until you actually take that time to do that meditation and reach in to answer those questions with yourself, those questions will be there, and you'll go to bed, and that's when they creep up, when you actually take the time to think about it. So for me, meditation doesn't necessarily have to mean when I have that time and space. I can literally be in the midst of my own chaos and reach into that meditation. So at the end of the day, it's a selfward, inward journey, finding the keys, unlocking the doors, and answering the questions that lays dormant in your mind that are constantly being asked in between your everyday thoughts.